Welcome to 5 Minutes with Grey Hair Dave. He has grey hair, has a grey beard, and wears glasses like the guy in the artwork. Oh, and the guy in the artwork's better looking. Now here is Grey Hair Dave.
Here we go, folks. Welcome back to another 5 Minutes with Gray Hair Dave episode. How are you? Gray Hair Dave here. I tell you, I do love 11 Labs. I'm going to go in there today, and among my many other tasks is maybe add a different voice. See if I can find somebody different. Maybe not. I don't know. It's working pretty good. But how are you? Hope you're doing well. So, I just got back from physical therapy today. Now, you may not care about my physical therapy, and that's absolutely fine, but this is the part of the show where this is what I've been talking about. So, I'm going to talk a little bit about my foot, and I'm going to go into a couple of other things in life, and then I'm going to go to politics. Politics. Jeez. But anyway, here we go. So, my foot surgery was almost 10 weeks ago, if it wasn't 10 weeks ago. And they've got me weaning out of the boot into a brace, which is, I can't say this enough, it's fantastic. I'm so over that boot. I can't tell you how much I'm over that dang boot. For one, it's heavy. I mean, it probably weighs 3 or 4 pounds. Maybe 5, I don't know. It seems heavy. But you aren't walking straight because your other shoe that doesn't match the same height means you're walking with a limp, which throws your back off, which throws your neck off, which gives you headaches. It doesn't matter. It's just a nightmare. And so, around the house, I don't wear it unless I need to, unless it hurts. But I've been wearing, my doctor told me a couple of weeks ago, start weaning into the brace. Now, the brace weighs about half an ounce, or half a pound, I'm sorry. It's nothing. I mean, it's like putting on another sock. And I found out, through therapy that I haven't been putting it on tight enough. He just cranked that thing right in there when he puts it on for me. But told me today I can go out without it, or go out with it instead of my boot, which was fantastic. Plus, in the boot, you don't get any arch support where you do in my tennis shoe or any other shoes I would wear. So it feels better on my foot. And I'm not limping. And I hate to say this, but I'm learning again how to walk again properly. Heel toe, make it go all the way. And it was weird the other day when I did it. Put one foot on the side of a treadmill that doesn't move, and my the injured foot on the treadmill itself, and he put me on a really slow walk. Just a heel to toe, and then bring it up heel to toe. And I tell you what, that hurt for a while, but it felt good to be using the foot again. Because I'm tired of being this invalid. I want to be able to go back out and start doing things. And as my therapist and I were talking today, and I said, can I start doing, going out for walks and things? Because I'm not getting any exercise in, folks. The only exercise I get is climbing up and down stairs to go to bed at night, because that's, the bedroom's upstairs. That doesn't do me a whole lot of good when it comes to exercise, especially if I'm in that darn boot. So, my roommate, she's got a treadmill downstairs, a bicycle downstairs. He says, yeah, go start walking a little bit. Walk outside and walk around the block. Told him how big the block here is, and he goes, okay. Walk to the end of the street, turn around, come back, see how you feel. And I love that, and I'm happy about that. So, yeah, that's one of the good things that came out of the day. Now, he tried something new, putting heat on it first and then doing the exercises, then icing as it went out. And that felt pretty good too. But, here we go again. We're trying different things and we're moving on. But we are moving on now, away from my foot onto other things in life. I do have to say these things. I am missing work, and I've gotten a little lazy. You all know that because I don't always post when I should. And I'm tired of that. I got to get past that. I've gotten lazy a little. I almost feel a little depressed. And I don't feel as depressed when I'm talking to you guys. And I'm able to get out and I'm able to go do things. So, it's time to start moving around a little bit and getting out. And I can't go to the parks for two reasons. One is that that's much too much walking yet. I'm not ready. I'm not ready for prime time. But I also can't go because I'm on medical leave. I could buy a ticket, but I'm not buying a ticket when I got free tickets in my wallet. So there's that. And also, I'm just not ready for that. So what's happening in the world? We're going to change subjects now. What's happening in the world today? Well, I see that Mike Huckabee was confirmed as the U.S. ambassador to Israel. That's an important thing right now. I go and we need ambassadors. And I noticed this time when Trump was elected, compared to the first Trump presidency, he's getting his people confirmed quicker. Marco Rubio, as Secretary of State, was quick. A lot of these secretaries of state and people who have to be confirmed by Congress have, they've been confirmed relatively quickly, and I'm impressed with that. And I'm very happy with that. I think that everybody in government realizes that we have to have people in these important positions to take care of the country's business. Right? Now, in other countries around the world that listen to me, your country may not be run the way ours is. Elections every 4 years and this constant battle back and forth. And I watch it on TV. I watch the battle we go through. And I pay attention around the world, too, to what happens in other countries. And, if it's war-torn or it's dictatorship type of a leadership, boy, people, they really raise up and protest. And that's what they do here, too. And the unfortunate thing that I see is some of our leadership on the Democratic side creating the protests, going out and being a part of the protests and stirring things up. Well, that's democracy. That's allowed. Is it a good idea to have them do that in an open forum out in public, but yet not take any questions? No, because then they're going to deny the questions and harass the person who asked it. Because we're still divided that way, but I think it's going to get better. Now, there's also this thing going on out there about tariffs. And I didn't explain it very well last week. So let's just try one more time. If I have a product that I want to send and sell in Japan, I'm just using Japan as an example. I have nothing against Japan. If I want to sell it for $100 over there, I have to pay them, if they're charging a 10% tariff, I have to pay their government $10 to do it. So they have that option to either A, sell at the regular price, take a loss of a 10%, or add 10% onto the price, which means if somebody there in that country, in Japan, say, makes the same basic thing, and they're selling it for $90, well, my product's not going to sell. Why would it? Would you buy it? Oh, gee, Dave makes this product. I should buy it from Dave. But it's $110 where, you know, the country of Japan produces this product and it's $90 and does the same thing. Well, if it's me, I'm going with a $90 guy. So it's going to take some time. It's going to be a little pain. And President Trump told us that. Do I like that idea? No. I'm having a hard enough time getting by as it is. Think about it. I'm on Social Security, which, Social Security is Social Security. And if you hadn't figured that out by now, you've found out that I'm at least of Social Security age. And I have what I'm getting from Disney. And that's only at 66%. So I'm not out here making a fortune. I'm not, living high on the hog, as it were. I'm just getting by. But we don't have a choice. But I have noticed, and I've been watching, a lot of these countries, not the big ones yet, but some of them, but they're starting to get a hold of us in the U.S. or the government and want to negotiate the tariffs, just because it's going to hurt their people too. It is. So if they want to sell here, their $100 product coming in, let's say from Japan, it's going to cost $110 here because of we're putting on a 10% tariff. If Japan imposes a 10% tariff, we impose a 10% tariff on anything they import, and they import a lot. All those cargo ships you see going into the ports, they've all got to start paying us extra money. So this goes both ways, folks. This is a good way to A, get rid of the tariffs upon us, and B, we could start making some money from them to start paying down some of the debt and maybe, who knows, balance the budget. Oh my God. I don't know. That's how I'm curious. Hold on. I'm going to look this up, folks. Okay, here we go. So I went to Google and said, hey, when was the last time the federal budget was balanced? Here's the results. The last time the federal budget for the United States was balanced or had a surplus was 2001 in the United States. You believe that? It's been 24 years. We've been living on a deficit. Well, let's get past that. So anyways, that's about all I got for today. I'm going to leave you with that thought. It's been 24 years since the United States balanced the budget. Don't you believe it's time we start working on that? Alrighty. So I'm going to start ending my program here today by saying, folks, if you got a question or concern or want to leave me a comment, you can either do it in the app you're listening from, or you can go to 5 Minutes with Gray Hair Dave. That's the number 5. Minutes with Gray Hair Dave. Bottom right-hand corner, there's a little microphone. Tap that. It asks you for your email address. Remember, I don't give away email addresses. Leave me a voicemail or go to the Contact Me page. Leave me a message there, and I'll get back in touch with you. Also, folks, if you know somebody who doesn't know what a podcast is, doesn't know where to find one, what genres there are, how to follow or subscribe, show them for me, please. And don't forget, when you're showing it to them, tell them about 5 Minutes of Gray Hair Dave. Sometimes I'm funny. Also, folks, it's a beautiful day outside today. While you're out, smile at somebody. You're going to make their day. And they, in turn, will turn around and make yours. So on behalf of Gray Hair Dave here at Gray Hair Productions, please have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.